And I'm live. Look at that. You can expect this from my channel. I'm not on island time like other channels that go live. Not casting any shade here. Hey everybody. Uh, I've actually just been patiently waiting and just chatting with y'all on the in the uh, in the live chat because I have nothing else going on. I mean, like right now, all I'm doing is I'm waiting on my Dutch oven there. Um, you'll see what I'm cooking this Sunday on my next video. I don't want to give any spoilers, but it smells amazing in here right now. Let's just say that. Oh, okay, let's get into this. Oh yeah, Big V from Australia, which you bought a van and are getting into van life soon now, correctly? Or correct me if I'm wrong. Um, it's your birthday. So I just want to open with that and just say happy birthday to you, Big V. All of us from the old RBR crew here. And I still have this up, by the way. I'm terrible about taking stuff down that just is supposed to be a joke. And I don't know, I'll get to it someday, maybe. It does really fill up this empty space back here. Well, I would say. Um, where was I? I scrolled out there. Sorry. Happy birthday, Big V. I think that's what I'm getting at. Let's see here. Oh no. It doesn't look like it froze. Larry, did you just say it froze? It didn't freeze, did it? Oh gosh, I hope not. This this live might be over before it even begins. Um Vicarious exploration. Yep. Hey buddy. Confident Companions 5488. There we go. Everybody give Big V a happy birthday. Scroll lock. I usually like to refresh a little bit. It's not frozen, but it is a bit chilly. But it is a bit chilly, huh? Okay, cool. Tommy, I miss you too. I wish you would let me actually change the lighting here a little bit. I wish you would just come up here and visit me. I know that we were talking about you coming up here a few weeks ago, and you said that we should go up to Banff, and I would love to go up to Banff actually, but yeah. Anyway, you can just swing right up here, Tommy and Alexis, if you're on there too. Would love to have you. I have a house for now. So, yeah. Anyway. Derek, hey, how are you doing? Derek Herrick? Is that your actual last name? Herrick? Derek Herrick? That's pretty cool. Big V says, "Thank you all for your birthday wishes. I couldn't be more happier sharing with all my favorite people in the world. I love the RBR family. Thank you for the shout out, Vic. Bawling my eyes out. Well, thank you. Well, I mean, nah, I mean, not thank you. Well, I'm happy that you're that happy." Kevin Wald's in the house. Hey, Kevin. And DT. Everybody's in the house tonight, actually. Runaway Parents and Larry and the entire RBR crew is here tonight, everybody. So if you have any questions for them, just bring it up. And I need to actually mute all of my notifications. Can you all hear me when I mute the notifications on my computer? Let me know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and make sure that I can that everybody's. Oh, I need to turn that one down too. Yes. Dee Dee says yes. Okay, good, cool. All right. I'm trying to keep all these notifications that are going on. Um, Seems like when you go into debt, um, drastic debt. Sorry, pardon me. Uh, Random companies just want to give you money to consolidate said debt, and I'll get random calls all the time. Does anybody else have to deal with that? Oh my gosh, right now it is so ridiculous. I get probably 3 to 7 calls a day from companies that just want to give you money. And I'm getting to the point where I'm so frustrated with it that I just want to accept them all and get like $700,000 of loans and then declare bankruptcy. Because frankly, it's rude. Like, why are all these companies calling me? It's yeah. Anyway, hey, Wild Sunshine Crocheter, and holy cow, dang, it's taken off. Love the Runaway Parents. We have a van. Sorry, it's all good, Derek. It's okay. You have a van. I don't discriminate. Um, Jamba McVie says, gotta try making a pot roast, shred it, add garlic vodka sauce to it, and then lay over a bed of rice. I mean, I was on board until he said rice. I'm not a huge fan of rice, unless it's fried rice. Fried rice is good. Or like Cajun rice. Oh man, Cajun rice is good. Um anyway, let's see here. Um Runaway Parents' daughter had a birthday. Well, happy birthday to Runaway Parents' daughter. That's great. Dee Dee says yes and sell our business and health insurance. Exactly. um let's see here. Cat's in the house. Hey cat. Uh Larry says, you hear Joe Robinette got his channel stolen. Gotta watch out for those shady emails. Who's Joe Robinette? I've heard that channel name before. I guess I just don't follow it that much. Or I don't really know what it is. RW says love love me some rice. Yeah, I mean it's a starchy compliment. It's a nice filler starch. I'm more of a potato guy myself. I mean, look at how pale I am, obviously. Derek says, you have my wife dying right now. Sort of funny. She is always giggling at your videos. Well, I'm glad that she's giggling and not, you know, ugh, this guy is, this guy is just not even. Why are you watching him? Jumbo McVie says, okay, a bed of string shoe cucumber. Ugh, God, that's even worse. What is wrong with you? um, Dirty Bloomers. Hey, dude. Hey, Dirty. Vic lying on a bed of rice. That is an image for the ages. Well, I am quite carbohydrate dense right now. I will say that. Um, I'm actually a little bit disappointed in myself. I decided to pay no mind to the weight scale or the weigh scale, and I have pretty much gained back almost all the weight that I've lost that I spent a month and a half on, like 25 pounds. I don't know where it came from. Um, but at least, uh, at least on a positive note, it's not hard to lose that weight again. Big V, my favorite Cajun spice. Mary Fields. Hey, Mary. It's good to see you. Let's see here. Some weirdo was posting runaway parents pics in Facebook. It was weird. What the heck? Well, Derek, at least on a positive note, when you get to the point where people are starting to steal your content or creating alternate accounts, you know you're on the right track for becoming more successful in the social media atmosphere. So it's kind of a bittersweet situation. Holy cow, you guys are taking off right now. Thank you all for joining. This is awesome. RW says, "Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm Irish and I love my taters too." Exactly. Potatoes are like the best starch ever, right? Is there a better starch? Hi, Nat Moran. Uh, holy cow. Um, Vic, my daughter got me a wooden spoon that says "World's okayest cook." I thought of you. Yes, I admit I didn't create the "World's okayest blank." I actually saw "World's okayest uncle" on a mug that my brother or I told my brother, I'm like, please get me that as a Christmas present. Like, if you get me anything as a Christmas present, I would love to have that because I, well, I'm 1,000 miles away from my family, and that kind of sucks a lot of times now, especially now. Like, sorry about getting a little bit personal, but I really miss my family living this far away from my nieces and my nephews and my brothers and my sister-in-laws and everybody. It really uh it kind of sucks sometimes. But Montana and the mountains in general have stolen my heart. So I find myself out here. Um so yeah, I try to make an effort to get out and see them. Um I was so glad to go back last spring and just see how they're just, my nieces and my nephews. I'm sorry, brothers and sister-in-laws and parents who are snowbirds now. I just it's just so amassive. It's just so amazing to see how these little tiny babies just grow up to these wonderful people with their own personalities. And I think being an uncle, it makes it a little bit better in some ways because, well, frankly, because you have an out. Like, I can't do this anymore. I'll see you guys later. That is about the end of what makes it better as being an uncle instead of an actual parent, which I've never experienced before. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. It's I think what I'm just trying to say is it's I miss my nieces and my nephews. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just rambling right now. Um, RW says I'm fluffy too, Vic. Very fluffy. No worries. I think I may have said this before, but I consider fluffy, overweight, rotund, plus size, etc. As long as you don't get too carried away with it. I consider it famine protection. Hmm. All those skinny people that are just so healthy and everything. Yeah. What happens when the food runs out? Yeah. Guess who's going to make it another 3 or 4 weeks past your demise? This guy right here. Anyway, sorry. Let me get back to the. Can you hear her? She is out. We went for a hike today. Can you believe it? I had to bring an oxygen tank because I was almost at 6,000 feet, so I really needed O2. But I went for a hike about 3 miles. That's like 5 kilometers. Okay, so Larry says, hello from Russia. Holy cow. Hello, uh a hidden 3Y6 uh N with a backwards N. Hello, Russian. Larry, sorry, anyway. Hello from Russia. Hello to you too, sir. Or ma'am. I don't know. That is a very confusing amount of letters and numbers in a handle. Okay, so anyway, Larry says he's a huge survival channel, 1.5 mil subs. He opened an email from a potential sponsor and lost his channel. Oh my gosh, dude, that is horrible. That really sucks. That was Joe Robinette. Okay, let's see here. Oh man, holy cow. Let me go back up here a little bit and try to catch up. I go on these random tangents and all of a sudden the chat room just goes crazy and I try to catch up and it's an absolute disaster. Um Okay, so Runaway who was also dealing with that too, got it taken down, so that's good. Um Greater meaning to me says I misplaced the weight. I'm a pro. You're a pro at that. Yeah, I'm pretty dang good at it too. It's a constant struggle. Let's see here. RW. Oh, I know he is now. Hey Vic, Andy, and I will agree with the weight gain. We didn't even go home for Christmas slash fat camp. Oh my gosh, right? Especially the Midwest, like Minnesota. It's not difficult to gain weight there. Let's just say that. Rolling with Jones, it says potatoes are the best. Dang right, Tommy slash Alexis. Dang straight. Love the signage behind you, Vic, says RW Overlanding. Well, thank you. Yep. Um, actually, the last time that I did a live, when I had Larry called in, he critiqued it and I never really zoomed in on it. So I feel like I have to actually be honest about this. You can't really see it up here, but it does say second place. So, I'm not a champion. Larry and Andy, was it Andy or was it Sarah? It was Andy. Um, they won the cornhole championship outright, and I admit defeat. That's why it says second place right there. And you can clearly see it says second place. Let's see here. Joneses, love the signage. Hey Josh, come out to California. We do have some cool spots to camp, usually by Fort Bragg, California. I thought Fort Bragg was like in Virginia. Um, I do love California. I think that California does get a lot of crap, and some of it justifiably so. But I will say I've been to most of the states in this country. Sorry, with the exception of the Southeast. And California is probably the most beautiful state in the union. I haven't been to Alaska yet, but Alaska doesn't have nice warm beaches. Indian Valley in my background. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, Spikers. Good to see you here. I don't know if I said that or not yet. Um, RW. Ooh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And I'm glad to kind of, well, we're glad to kind of make up for it. Um, Brooks says, "Don't feel bad about the weight. Tis isn't the season for losing weight. The holidays are the worst time for that. My wife and I love your videos and your Ren and Stimpy references." Were you the only one? I know that one was it y'all that actually commented on so it was the video where I got stuck in my camper on the side of the lake in that high alpine lake in Montana, which actually turned out to be Wyoming. I made a reference on it's an incredibly obscure reference, and that's why I didn't really go into it too much. But when I was sitting down by the lakeside, I had a log next to me. And then I said it was made by Spishak, which it turns out that Spishak it's a different cartoon altogether. But you were I think you were the only folks that actually got the log reference. So for those who don't know, there's a cartoon called Ren and Stimpy. It was a very raunchy comedy, cartoon that came to be around like Mike Judge's Beavis and Butthead, and kind of like maybe even a little bit before South Park came around. But y'all got it, and that is awesome. So thank you for getting the log reference. um Mary says, "We're glad to have you, but sad to see you miss them. Yes, makes them sweeter." Yeah, exactly. I love my nieces and my nephews. It's so good to see them. So cool to see them grow up, you know? And with being away, like I only get to see them once a year. And this last go around was like, I didn't see them for 2 years. Just seeing how much they've grown up and developed into tiny little human beings with their own personalities. It's it's magical. Like I don't know what else to say. Like it's such a beautiful thing. Um Danya and Priya says, "New to your channel via Nat and Larry. Your videos bring so much laughter to my life." Well, thank you all. I appreciate that. I'm trying my best. My more recent videos, I haven't really been able to be as funny as I normally am because I'm kind of going through a little bit of personal issues, and my ability to be able to just kind of be funny is it's not as easy. But anyway, it comes and it goes. It's just um what do you call it? It's the uh, I forgot the phrase. It's kind of like shoot. Yeah, it's gone. Never mind. Anyway, Nat says, "I'm in California right now. It was 90 degrees here today. Ugh. I am so ready to go camping up north soon." Yeah. Oh my gosh. 90 degrees in December? No, thank you. Where in the heck is it 90 degrees right now in the United States? That is way too hot. Um, Dynamite. Sorry, I was watching Larry's video and missed the beginning of this one. Did Larry just post a video? Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. I I actually posted this live and then saw Nat posted a video too. So hopefully I'm not drawing y'all away from their videos too much. Um anyway, here I was thinking it was just for the here I was thinking it was just for the maple syrup, says Jumbo McV. What? Um Vic, I was raised in a farm in the Midwest. I can't go back because I love the mountains so much. Yeah, I hear that. Um, Holy cow. Okay, I'm gonna have to play catch up here. I am way behind in the comments. I apologize. Thanks, bikers. Runaway parents. Hi, Twyla. It's good to see you. Alpha Truck House. Hey, Alpha Truck House. I was in Alaska for 2.5 months. It was 80 degrees while I was there bathing in the. Ooh, Denali was clear. Reflecting this. Man, 80 degrees in Alaska sounds humid. Kevin. Hi, Twyla. Mike. Rule, or at least mine from point of being necessary. Hey, Danny. Camped. Camped next to the blood splatter. Camped next to the scene, Mosquito Lake, except I was in Idaho. Looked like a blood splatter shots at a crime scene. Oh my gosh! Like the mosquitoes in the high alpine areas of the Rocky Mountain Northwest, and I'm sure all the way up into Canada and in Alaska too. Oh my gosh, you would not believe how bad the mosquitoes get in areas where you're like, why are there mosquitoes here? We're at 10,000 feet, but they are horrible. Um, oh my gosh. Uh, V, was that you, Big V, that sent me a $20 super chat? Thank you so much. And um uh thank you, Josh Kernet. Kernet? I appreciate that. Um Landor Lake says, I need to watch Nat and Larry's. Not sure if they are talking about buying the same property. I guess I will find out. Well, they're both down in Arizona, so maybe they are. I'm not sure. Good to see you too. Happy holidays, Truck House. Happy holidays to you if you're taking off. Good to see you again. I actually met Alpha Truck House, and you know what's crazy is I had seen Alpha Truck House's YouTube channel, and then we randomly met back in March or so when Larry and I met up on our last collab before the RBR, and I saw that truck roll by. He was he was camping at a dispersed camping area just right down this little spur road that we were at. And I went, man, I could have swore I've seen that truck before. And then it all made a connection. Terminal D, thank you so much for the 1999. I appreciate it, man. Beverages are not cheap these days. This is actually my last beer. I'm going to be responsible this live chat. I got a little bit carried away last time, and I never went back to look at it, but I may have gotten a little bit carried away in one conversation or another. Let's see here. I really enjoyed your last video, Vic, where you were taking us through that old ghost town and the weather was just spectacular. It was. It was, yeah, it was. That was a cool little experience right there. Uh, Lori, I left Larry's video to come watch you, but I won't miss Larry's. Love you all from the meetup. Thanks for swinging by, Lori. If I would have known that Nat and Larry had posted a video, I probably wouldn't have done this live stream. I'm kind of just sitting in my camper board right now, so I thought, why not? I just watched, or last night I saw Mike and Twyla had posted their live stream, and I thought, man, it's been a couple weeks that I've done one, so I might as well jump on here and do one as well. Look at the doggo, little Zetas. Zeta, hi. Boop. She's done. We had a little bit of a walk today. I think I mentioned it earlier, but I managed to make it. almost 3 miles today. I'm quite proud of myself. Terry Bearer says, need us some more Gene videos. Well, you know what? It's funny you should mention that because right down here. Are you ready? I've always got the jean shorts. They're always ready. You never know when you find yourself in a tactical situation. Jean shorts. Mm-hmm. Zeta, where are you? She is so out right now. I can't believe she's this tired. I did just feed her a little bit ago, so yeah, she's pretty knocked out. Holy cow, it just blew up all of a sudden. I love all you, especially supporting each other so much, especially since the RBR community is so important. Yeah, I know, right? It's been great. Julianne says she even helped you with the boob. She did. She like just she's like, let's just get it over with. Oh my gosh, this Richard. Hi, I'm 61. I have a pop-up camper called Puppies Pop Up. My grandkids call me Pappy, but I would love to be doing what you are doing. Thanks for the adventure. Well, thank you too. And you know what's kind of funny is I bought an old second gen Dodge 12 valve Cummins, the best Cummins ever, by the way. And it had custom license plates, and the custom license plates it said Pappy. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh shoot. It actually said Pop Pop, I think. But yeah, an old timer. He owned it and took very good care of it. It was a great truck. Lori Beaver says 75 people watching and there's only 26 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button and help out Vic, guys. Well, thank you, Lori. Runaway Parrot says the jean shorts. Yep. I'm always ready to rock out or break out the jean shorts. Unless it's Sub-Zero, then it's a little bit harder. Nat Moran says, I'm down to a group live from different locations. I am too. I would love to do that. I think all of y'all would love that too, like having all of us get together and do a group chat. We just have to figure out how to make that happen. Big V says, absolutely, DD, when is your live? Oh, Destination Desert, are you guys thinking about doing a live? Let me know. I'd be happy to tag along. Kevin Wald says, Canadian swimsuit. Exactly. Let's see here. Derek says, wife says ditto on the short shorts. I have a 6 set too. I mean, those shorts would look way better. Maybe not on me, but they need to lose some inches. I'm sorry, centimeters for my Canadian friends on the length. They're a little bit too long. Dirty Bloomer says, somewhere in your DNA, the ability to store all those extra potatoes on board is why we're watching this video. Vicarious, high fashion. Oh, yeah, those are the finest jean shorts. I bet if I wore those things and beat the heck out of them for like 3 or 4 years, they'd probably go for $1,000 on those bougie high fashion companies. Terry says, what will Zeta be getting for Christmas? Zeta, what are you going to get for Christmas? Well, hopefully, the only thing that Zeta wants is to be able to meet people and get out into the woods and do doggo stuff. So we're definitely going to make sure that that happens. I am going to go use the restroom really quick. So I'm going to let Zeta take over the video for a few seconds here. Oh, oh, nope, nope. Oh, you ruined it, girl. Go on up. Go. No, you're supposed to be in the video. Go. 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 Oh no. I'm gonna lose everybody. Zeta. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens next. I'm still here. The bathroom's only a few feet away. I just can't take you with me because it's that's not appropriate at all. It's not this isn't that kind of live stream, folks. I'm sorry to disappoint. All right, I'm coming back. Don't run. Don't leave. You know what's crazy? I gained 3 more people since I left. Zeta, come on up. What are you doing? Oh, she's got to get some water. It's snowing out right now. I didn't even think that was going to happen here in Montana. Like it hasn't. This year has been so unusually warm. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Anyway, let me catch up here. RW says, please be careful. What is that in reference to? DD. Oh, hey, DD. It's good to see you. Did you get the win that Washington got? Oh, yeah. So the video that I'm going to drop this weekend is all about that wind. And holy cow, it was really bad. I don't want to spoil it too much, but wow. There is some massive trees that got knocked over around here. And I actually ended up leaving the main campsite that I wanted to stay at because I was too nervous about environmental issues. Kat says, can jean shorts ever be a tactical situation? Heck yeah, they can. That's a strong fabric. Come on up, girl. Come on. Come on up. Go up all the way. Come on. I feel like I would actually have more viewers if I wasn't even on screen. I just had her on the live stream the whole time. Whoa, what happened? Oh my gosh, what's going on? Where was I? Holy cow. You guys are going crazy right now on the live stream. All right, I'm going to have to catch up. Runaway. Okay, I'm past that. That was Pappy's pop-up. Roland says, let's do a group chat on Zoom or something. Runaway says, that'd be cool, Nat. Group chat would be rad. There we go. This is sounding like this might actually be a thing. I have a question. This actually probably would be for all you, referring to the Creator Camper Coalition from the RBR. How do y'all keep your videos at an appropriate length? You know, as far as the editing process goes, it really comes down to like experience. You know, when I started out with my channel, and I'm sure I can speak for everybody when I say this, which that might not be a very good idea, but anyway, what I'm getting at is when you start out with a video or making a video, you always think to yourself, "Gosh, I need to include that because it seems interesting." But the problem is like if you're droning on too much, and not just getting to the point, just take a step back and think about when you're making a video and trying to think about it objectively through somebody else's eyes and just yeah, just imagine you're trying to watch your own video and you're like, "Oh my gosh, this guy's talking about this one particular thing for a minute and a half." Nobody really well, it depends. If you're really good at storytelling, then yeah, it might be interesting, but for someone like me, I have a tendency to drone on about things and have long-winded conversations that don't really necessarily have any ending. Um, so after you spend enough time watching yourself struggle through that and then seeing the audience retentions just drop off like crazy because not many people want to listen to that. If I mean, I'm just speaking from my perspective. Like if you're not if you're not telling a story that's just very intriguing and compelling and interesting, then over time you start to learn how to cut stuff out, make things more succinct. Um, so I guess I hopefully keep your videos at an appropriate length. Well, yeah, that really helps cut stuff down. And then other things like in regards to so take for example for me personally like my cinematography in any given sequence, you know, like my last drone sequence for my last video, I had recorded probably 25 minutes of raw content, and I think that that drone sequence, including all the driving shots to get to camp, was maybe 2 minutes or so, and even then, I find myself thinking, "Gosh, that's too long." But, um, as far as, like, a s so when you're making a video, it's a story. So there are certain things that you can really include to help bring people into the experience that you're going through. So you can have certain sequences drag on a little bit longer because you want them to really just get into the moment that you're in with. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I'm just gonna stop talking. Let's move on. Terry says group chat in jeans for everyone. Group live. Julianne loves the idea. Spiker says we do inches more than centimeters. That's the crazy thing about Canada is like you guys got a whole mix between kilometer or metric and standard, and it's it's incredibly confusing. I don't know how y'all do it. Uh, Larry says group chat too. Heck, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to do this soon. Um, Clay says Clay. I think that's Clay. I have followed Kenny and Larry the longest, but was really glad to find new people from the Red Button Rally and really enjoyed everybody's videos. Now it's fun to see you guys together. Well, thanks. Well, I'm so glad that Larry and Mike and Twyla did the RBR because you wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. Um, it's tough in the YouTube world to be able to get exposure and get your name out. The amount of people that said, you know, after the RBR, "Where have you been all this time?" And I'm just going, "That's YouTube." Like, you know, and to a lesser extent, my ability to be able to create good thumbnails and titles. Landor says, "At the next RBR, you should definitely have a group chat live Q&A." I don't that's a good point. RW says, "Vic, how are we gonna get Kevin to learn what real coffee is instead of that motor oil he drinks?" I don't know. I think we need to set up a GoFundMe for Kevin to get him some good coffee. Uh, I love all the dogs that you all have too. Runaway says, "I can hear you pee." That's just water flowing outside. There's a waterfall outside. I open up the door and it's a very small waterfall. It seems like there might be some sort of restriction. I don't know if waterfalls have prostates, but it sounds like that one's not doing so well. And then he says, Jake, Twyla says, JK, you guys got me, dang it. Josh, we ain't going anywhere. I can't hear any beer farts in there, Vic. Every dog goes to the bathroom with their humans. Zeta take over. Uh, oh my gosh. I am quite a ways. Oh no, I'm not too far behind. Larry says RBR was such a fun time. Can't wait for the next one. Dude, me too, man. I miss you guys so much. Janet, hey Janet. I'm trying to sync, can't tonight. Josh says just wearing my Vicks. My special jean company, my jean shorts company. Instant motor oil for life, says Kevin. Well, there you go. Runaway, Larry and Vic, I have had numerous people ask me when the next RBR will be. I'm ready for it. Just name the place. Please make it as close to Montana as possible. That place Larry is looking at is fantastic. Yeah, that nice spot down in Arizona. That's pretty. Julianne says the RBR was the reason I found some great channels to watch. I'm fascinated with camp cooking. Don't ask me why. It all looks good. Right? Landor, I drink instant coffee. Don't think I can tell what great coffee really is. Liar, says Janet. Doing good. Thanks for asking. Hi, Vic from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Well, hey there, up there in the north, up there in Quebec. Sprechen Sie français? I think that's French, right? Winter RBR games. Heck yeah. Hey Joseph, good to see you. John Smith says my feed not good. Is the live stream lagging a little bit? I was having some issues with it earlier. Before I even started, I was concerned about doing a live or not. Wendy, I'm in the Mission Valley. I'm ready to start living in my van once the holidays pass and I get Mission Valley's beautiful. I love the Mission Valley. Are you up like near Condon or what part of Mission Valley are you from, Wendy? I tell you, look, good try. I saw someone speak French once. Not lagging at all. Sweet. Zeta is zonked. I know, right? She is. She is done. Well, Vic has 3 followers from Quebec, Canada. You're from Canada too, Canada land, as Kevin says. Canada land, right, Kevin? Clay says, I think that was German, Vic. I know, I'm pretty sure that was French. I'm pretty sure I speak fluent Frenchese. Parlez-vous français? You know, it's actually funny. One of my more favorite things to do, when I'm hanging out in areas that have a lot of folks that come from other countries and continents, is it's 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 kind of fun to like kind of play with them in a fun way, not like trying to be rude or anything. So I was in West Yellowstone at a grocery store, and there was a young couple. So it was a mother and a father and a young daughter that were walking into the aisle, and I could tell they're speaking French because I am a very traveled person. You know, I can tell when people are speaking languages that are not English. Anyway, they're speaking French, and I wait for a lapse in conversation when they're really close to me, and I go, "Oh, parlez-vous français?" And they go, "Oui," and they start speaking French, and all of a sudden I just look at them like, uh, "Sorry, that's all I got." And they just bust out laughing, and they knew English, so we had a small conversation and everything like that, but it's kind of fun to, like, know just enough of a language to say something that's funny or say something that's not necessarily funny. It all depends on the context. But yeah, it's fun to get people to laugh is what I'm getting at. Uh you guys want to come to my way, you're more welcome to stay at my place. Outdoor hobby guy? Where are you at, outdoor hobby guy? Terry says need to come camping in Wisconsin right now. It's 30, dropping down to 11 tonight, but today is we're raining. I thought that Wisconsin and the Midwest, you guys got hit with a real cold snap. We saw that in Kenny's video recently. Negative 22 Fahrenheit, which is like negative 30, about negative 32 Celsius. Um, somebody gave me a $5 super chat earlier, and it disappeared, and I didn't even get to it in time to say thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm doing a bad job of being able to keep up with the super chats and frankly the conversation tonight because you guys are like it's going pretty quick, which is great. I appreciate it. Um Outdoor hobby guy. Uh Ronan, Flathead Reservation, my good friend. So if you remember Duke, the other German Shepherd that I was dog sitting, the owner of that dog, he comes from Ronan. Actually, he went up there. His grandmother had passed. Is the reason why I was watching over Duke. Beautiful area. The Flathead Reservation is actually one of the prettiest reservations that I've ever seen before. Outdoor hobby guy says, "Yeah, I speak French talk. Don't tell anyone." RW says, "We're actually hoping to leave Ohio in the near future and move out to the Southwest Wyoming. Could be close to Vic and the Joneses." Heck yeah. I Wyoming's beautiful. Um, Runaway. So this is Twyla. You can only speak English and Spanglish. Yeah, me too. Yo hablo un poquito español. That's about it. PM, wee wee. Joseph says, "Yeah, you got lost." I did. Clay says, "I'm from BC and I get fascinated listening to people from southern US, and I do like to mimic their accents, but I only do it because it's fascinating." I well, y'all know I'm okay at mimicking some accents, and I do love myself a good old southern twang. I think I think that it's beautiful, and it doesn't get enough credit. Um, you get here onto the Googles and the iPhones and whatnot, and why in the heck, why darn tarnation are there ain't no um series that gives you this nice southern twang? It's preposterous. Let's see here. RW, I don't want to brag or nothing, but I can speak Pig Latin. I've never been able to speak Pig Latin, like never. Ooh oh yeah. Uh, Big V says, "Wishing you all the very best, Wendy, with the van life." Oh, and it's gone. Where did it go? Oh, this thing is just going crazy right now. RW said, "Oh, so RW, you gave me the super chats. Thank you so much. That was me and my wife, Wild Sunshine Crochet, that gave you the two $5 super chats. Thank you. I felt so bad. Like I saw it pop up very briefly, but I just get so carried away in this whole experience. It's not easy. It's not easy doing this by yourself. Love the live chats. It's really super neat and fun. I do too. I do too. It's fun. It's like I get to have a conversation. I just wish that we were all like in a massive room together where we could all hang out. And frankly, it wasn't all about me, because this is like it does get a little bit intense, and it is a little bit strange when it's just, there's 75 of y'all in this live stream right now, and I'm just talking with y'all, and y'all are just looking at me only. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit unusual. I'm happy for it. I'm having fun. It's just I don't know. Anyway, RW says my keyboard ain't keyboarding very well. uh Janet says it was scary and wonderful at the same time, the snowmobiling. Are you talking about the my snowmobiling video? Yeah, it's snowmobiling is pretty scary. I just chatted with my best buddy Tom, who, if you've ever watched any of my videos, especially snowmobiling, he's the main guy that I ride with, and we chatted tonight, and sounds like snowmobiling is going to be happening very soon, sooner than later. I'm getting the Jones right now. I need to get out into the mountains, and as far as my videos go, I know that a lot of folks don't necessarily just want to see an entire video about snowmobiling, so I'm trying to figure out that sweet spot where I want to take y'all along with me, but I don't want to make it all about snowmobiling. It's kind of like when I do my side by siding. Maybe I'll like release a totally separate video that is about snowmobiling or side by siding, but I'm not going to forget about this. Like, this is the main reason why we're all here, right? Like the camping experience. Okay. Janet says Duke was cool. Yeah, Duke was a cool dog. He's very squeaky. He's so squeaky. Oh, that's just male German shepherds though. They're so much more vocal than females are. Wendy says the res is pretty. Yeah, the Polson, or I mean Flathead res. Oh man, beautiful. Richard says I can speak French toast and French fries and French dressing. Outdoor hobby guy. I have to say that you guys all did was awesome. I was happy to see Kevin there. That was cool, being Canadian and all. We got another Canadian in the house. Is that up to 4 now? We got 3 Quebecians and outdoor hobby guy. I'm not sure necessarily where you're from, but you're from the old Canada as well. Runaway. I try to keep my OK slang tucked away. Wild Sunshine Crocheter, will you be dog sitting Squeaky Puppy again? I hope so. I think more for her than for me, because he is kind of a pain in the butt. He's a good boy for the most part. He just he's just a very squeaky dog. Big V says, let's talk about a puppy next year for Zeta. She would be super stoked. So in my next video, I actually met a guy who's like a fledgling YouTuber just out on the trail randomly, and he had a 10-week-old border collie puppy, and they seem to get along pretty dang good, which is nice to see. Like, I want to get a puppy. I might get a puppy. We'll see how it plays out. Oh, RW, thank you. Love you too. Has anybody done any caravanning? Like what they do in England? Caravanning? I just noticed the sign behind you says outdoor hobby guy. I'm gonna move this over here really quick. This is an insider peek to my next video. I need to stir my stew because it's been a while since I've done it, and hopefully I didn't burn the bottom too much. I think I'm okay, but it is looking good. I've got some Wagyu. Yeah, they're still kind of hard. It might take a little bit longer for them to soften up. The recipe said that it would be ready in about an hour and 10 minutes or so, and I'm pushing an hour and 45 to 2 hours now, and they're still kind of tough. So actually, maybe I'm just going to turn it off because the darn thing is I'm kind of getting some crust on the bottom, and I do not want to have that happen. But yeah, the cool thing about here in Montana is so I showed it in my last video, but up in central Montana, there's a ranching family that breeds Wagyu cattle. Or is that a breed or a type? I don't know. I thought it was more of like how they're raised. Maybe not. Anyway, I got a bottom round, and it was $8.99 a pound, I think, for Wagyu, and the marbling is just it's amazing. So that's what I'm cooking up right now, and I cannot wait. It smells so good in here. I used a little bit of red wine. It's actually more like a beef bourguignon, French. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. uh, but anyway, it smells good in here. I cannot wait to eat that. I haven't eaten anything but oatmeal in like 24 hours, so I'm really ready to eat some actual food. Oh, and then it just drops down. I try to scroll down a little bit, and then all of a sudden it just goes right to the bottom. So apologize if I miss anybody. If I miss anybody's comments here, let's see. Okay. Julianne, love your live streams. Always fun. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. I do my best. Every time I hear about snowmobiling, I feel sad. Rip Ken Block. I know, right? Oh my gosh. Like I was legitimately sad when I heard about Ken Block passing the way that he did. And it I'm hoping that it actually woke a lot of people up with the snowmobiling community, since the implementation of turbocharged snowmobiles as stock options. I had just gotten a turbocharged snowmobile, and they have so much more power. Those things will just flip right over on top of you and take you out just like how it took out Ken Block. And it almost got me a few times. It almost got me a couple times last year. But yeah, I hope that it's more of a learning lesson for everybody in the snowmobiling community to pay close attention to how powerful these new sleds are. Wendy says, "Thank you for the live stream." Well, you're welcome, Wendy. I'm glad you're here. Nexus, Ramsey Stridham. Holy, I caught the live. Thanks, Vic. Keep with everything. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll do my best. Dirty Bloomers says, a massive room together. Yeah, that worked out well for Zuck. Being a desert rat, snowmobiling is strangely watchable. I don't follow. But I'm glad to hear that you are liking the snowmobiling. I mean, kind of depending on how y'all think of it, I can include more of it. I think the best part about snowmobiling is that I get to access incredibly beautiful areas that normally, like, I used to skin up to these areas, and well, some of the areas I could never skin to because I don't have the lungs that a lot of these elite athletes do. So it gets me back into these beautiful places, and I'm gonna try my best to try to bring my nice cinematic equipment so that y'all can see what I get to see every time I go snowmobiling. Runaway says she has worked all day, dinner tomorrow. Especially funny sleeves, very intense. If I did a video on snowmobiling, it would probably be a combination of the snowmobile and the ER visits afterwards. Yeah. It's a dangerous sport. Don't get me wrong. It's a dangerous sport. DD says, Merry Christmas to you all. Gotta go. Lots of love. Thanks for the live, Vic. Thank you for tuning in. You guys, Sarah and Andy. Um, Janet says we had German Shepherds for over 30 years. We love them. Yeah, me too. I've had German Shepherds my whole life, and I've been thinking of, like as far as puppies go, I was looking into Caucasian Shepherds um because they're just amazing, beautiful dogs, and they're known to just kind of stick around the pack and protect the herd. And it sounds like that's a lot like a German Shepherd. So I'm I'm thinking about branching out and not getting another German Shepherd next time if I get a puppy. I'm just not 100% positive on it. RW says, Mike and Twyla, I want to let you know that we're currently. I used to live in a big snowmobiling area, Valmont, BC, and almost every day in the winter, helicopter would be flying out over my house with a long line and a snowmobile attached to it. Yeah, I know. The amount of times that I've had close calls and almost completely totaling my sled. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it. Like I guess God is watching over me because I've had a couple times, or it seems like at least once or twice a year, I lose my sled and that thing ghost rides. It follows the fall line of wherever you're at, and it just misses. It misses a it misses a tree by this much. And if it didn't miss that tree and it got, destroyed or damaged to the point where I couldn't ride it out, oh my gosh. Some of these places I go are 25 miles back. So, 37 kilometers back into the woods. That is a long walk. um, let's see here. All right, those pine forests definitely need truck stop fresheners. Right? They can't make enough of those pine fresheners. I put one on every single tree, and it's still the forests just still don't quite smell as good as they should with a little tree air freshener on them. um oh my gosh. Your stew smells so good. Do I have the smell-o-vision on right now? um uh Wendy says I had a Wagyu ribeye made soup from the leftover chunk. Oh man. So I was in a butcher shop a few weeks ago, and it was the first time that I've ever seen an A5 Wagyu steak or ribeye for sale in a butcher shop, and it looked so good. The price did not look good. $200 for a pound and a half ribeye, which actually is reasonable for A5 Wagyu ribeye. That's a little bit above my station. Um, Not going to be able to buy that anytime soon. I someday I hope to be able to have some A5 ribeye with a glass of 40-year Macallan. Oh, oh, and then there it goes. It's now we're down to the bottom again. Montana should sponsor Vic most. I've seen in the state from Vic's channel. There are other channels that also do Montana specific content. Like there's this guy up in Northwest Montana, Hunter Pauley, is Pauley. He does a lot of ASMR stuff, and he's got like a Tacoma, so he does rooftop tent stuff, and he's got a cute little dog. Oh, he's not little; he's like a mid-sized dog, and he does some beautiful stuff up there in Northwest Montana. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how Montana doesn't get a lot of love from YouTube, and in a lot of ways, that's kind of a good thing because it's nice to see how quiet our forests are. When I go down to like Colorado, it is insane how many people, especially in the summertime, there are in the woods. Wow. Here, it's so quiet that I'll go days without seeing anybody. And you get to the point where like, well, for me personally, I'm kind of a people person. So if I go 3 days without talking to somebody, oh my gosh, I find myself seeking some human interaction. Um, your Betamax camcorder. Jim McGoffrey says McGoffey says, "Hey, hey, bro, I love your show. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Cool." Why Trees Teasdale says, "Do you prefer snowmobile or ATV?" That's kind of a tough call. So I don't ATV. I have side by sides. I would love to have an ATV. Why not have just one more toy, right? Um, but as far as snowmobiling or side by siding, it kind of depends on the setting. So I would say on a really good powder day when there's like 3 feet of fresh powder. And around here in Montana and Idaho and even Colorado, the powder is different than what it is west of us in the Cascades, where the stuff just sets up and it's like concrete. They call it Cascade concrete, actually. But around here, the snow is very light and fluffy, so you just sink right through it. And it's called code smoke because it's a very low density snow. Um, so when you ride in snow like that, and there's a big dump, 3, 4, 5, 6 feet of snow in one setting, um, that hands down better than anything. Now, on your average given day, I would say that side by siding, like down in Moab or Sand Hollow, Utah, and doing really technical, scary stuff, that competes pretty well with it, but I would say that, snowmobiling has a little bit more of an edge. The downside is I can't bring my dog. Um, Jim says, "I won a Blue Eddy on the Runaway Parents show." Nice, that's awesome. Kaylin says, "Cornhole champ, I didn't realize. How did I miss that? We are in the presence of royalty." Well, you can't see it, but it actually says second place here, so I'm actually the second winner. I'm like a duke. I'm not a king. I can't accept that royalty. I'm a step or two down. Josh says, "Got to go. Merry Christmas." Well, thanks for swinging by, Josh. Appreciate it. Donda, um, what a cool surprise to see this live stream. Howdy, Vic. Well, hey, Donda, Don Davis, Donda, this. Good to see you, man. Um, Clay says, "I have 2 Bernese Mountain Dogs, and I just love that breed. I think they would suit you also." Bernese Mountain Dogs are so cool. I love Bernese Mountain Dogs. They're a beautiful dog. And they're just, they're um, very well known for just being a very nice dog. Um, you never hear about Bernese Mountain Dog attacks family of 3. Like it doesn't happen. There's no Cujo in the Bernese Mountain Dog line. They're a great breed. Um, RW says, Vic, how's the denim loincloth line working out? I'm still, I'm still working on it. I have a feeling it'll take off one of these days. um, okay. So Dirty says, saw the coolest, feisty, long haired French bulldog yesterday. Only cost 2,500. It's a lot of money for a little dog. Yeah, well, I mean, that being said, I one of the reasons why I haven't pulled the trigger on a Caucasian Shepherd is because I found out how much those dogs are, and yeah, I can't. They're they're a beautiful breed, but not anytime soon. RW and I have 3 mixed breeds over 65 pounds each. There we go. I'm a big dog person. I'm sorry, Larry. Sorry. To each their own. I do like how small and portable Marty and Mason are, though. They're like, we got to get out of here. Just grab them. um, 4 meals for me. The drippings were perfect for the soup. Wait, Wendy, you got Wagyu ribeye for $23 for zero point 0.8 pounds? Wow, that's a that's a deal. Landor says, I've seen Hunter's videos. He does a lot of work for Onyx. Yeah, he's got that whole wrap on his Tacoma too. It's a cool wrap. Where I was yesterday, I was really wishing that I had a wrap because, oh my gosh. I also should have washed my truck before I even went on the road because the scratches that I'm seeing, well, I don't think they're scratches. I did wax my truck a couple months ago, so I think that's going to help avoid any what do you call it? Um, scratches. But yeah, it's ugh. Oh well. I just I'm sure everybody has that feeling whenever you buy something new, a vehicle especially. You have that moment in time, a month or two or maybe 6 months or sometimes even a year where you go, "Oh, I'm not going to take it out into the woods. I'm scared of scratches." And then one day you just realize, well, wait a second. I know who I am. I'm not, this isn't going to last. I'm just going to listen to that alongside of your car and just realize, all right, it's done. This is how it is. Travis Crawford follows Hunter too. That's cool. Seems to be a good dude. Yeah. Yeah. Hunter seems like a good guy. I'd like to meet him someday. He seems like a fun person. I don't know how well a collab would go because he does solo content. So I don't think a collab would ever happen, but it'd be fun to meet him. Lori Beavers. Good night, everybody. Gotta go. Enjoy the live. Well, it's good to see you, Lori. You're here all the time. And you're on other channels too. So thanks for swinging by. It's good to see people that come by consistently. uh Jim his name's pronounced McGoy. Okay, sorry. Is that Scottish? McGoy? Or Irish? I'm not sure. Dirty Bloomer says ATV seems more fun for me in the warmer climates, probably because it's better for making an afternoon breeze. Oh, I know, right? That's the one downside about side by sides is if you have a fixed glass windshield, you get no airflow. So that Maverick R, if it gets about 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which is I don't know, it's got to be about 20 C or so. It's like a sauna in there. Um, so yeah, I hear you on having an open canopy or fuselage because yeah, I'm not about that heat. So Western, are you planning on going to the court site? DD says, "Are you planning on going to the Quartzite Rally in Arizona?" I do have a ticket for it. I hope. I hope I can go there. If the finances line up, which well, I hope everything works out. I think I'll make it. Terry Beavers Terry says your new sponsorship should be Montana and Bush baked beans. Wendy says I'm enamored with a beard. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, there's the longest time where I was super concerned about not being able to grow a beard, and then I don't know. I was super self conscious about it because on this side, well, you can't see it, but it's kind of patchy down here. Um, and I was always really self conscious about it, but it seems like it's grown in pretty decent. And this little, I like this. I like the salt, a little salt and pepper in this beard. Ah, push it. There's only going to be one or two people that get that reference. Gen X Life says, any suggestions for suspension upgrades for Ram 3500 dually? Getting my 10.2 Northern Light in February. Thanks, Vic. So if it's a dually, it's a 3500. I would say just start with the torque lift stable loads. Your leaf spring patch or your leaf spring pack should have an overload, and then you have your main leaf pack, right? Well, anyway, um, so what I did, I had the 3500 single rear wheel, as you probably know from my previous videos. After I put those stable loads on that engaged the overloads, that's all I needed. It handled so well. I didn't need airbags or anything. Now that being said, the 9.6 is about 500 pounds lighter, but you're rocking a dually. So I would say just start with the stable loads and then kind of work on it from there. Um, Richard says, my wife is allergic to dogs, but now that I go camping, I told her I have to get a dog because most campers have dogs. Pinstriping. Where'd you go? Pinstriping is the word you were searching for. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Um, Clay says, you live in a stormy, snowy mountain. This area's big dogs are a little bit more self sufficient in wintertime. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not the best planner in life, but what I do really consider is like the environment that I live in. If I'm gonna have a dog, I want to have a dog that I don't have to be concerned about in the environment I find myself in. And up here in the north, it's cold or coldish for 9 months out of the year. So yeah, it makes more sense to me have a nice long coat dog or double coat dog. Um, so if it's negative 20 out, as said doggo is adapted to the temperatures, you don't have to worry about them. Enjoy the videos watching from southern Maine. Well, hey there, Maine. We have a border collie for 15 years. She's a handful, super smart. We lost her 2.5 years ago. Miss her lots. Oh man, yeah. It's so sad when they travel over that rainbow bridge. Um, Richard, two medium dogs. They're the best companions down in the land of rattlesnakes and big dogs. Have a decided advantage, but the heat makes no size distinction. Yep, that's the downside. Um, it's it's scary. Like the summertime is the scariest. I remember one of my live streams not too long ago. Somebody asked me what my biggest concern is. You know, with this lifestyle. You know, right now it's not as much of a concern because I'm not full timing yet. We'll see how the winter goes as far as the finances. It's nice to have a backup. or a contingency. Um, but yeah, like it's it's the biggest concern in my experience with a dog or a traveling companion. The summer, even up here in Montana, if you can't get up to the high country and 10,000 feet, um, where it's comfortable, it's the scariest thing to have to deal with. Um, anyway, uh, RW says, I forgot to ask, did you keep that moose pinecone turd? I don't even know what that's in reference to. I think I. Oh, is that the Minnesota video from back in spring? I did not keep it. I should have burned it though. For those who don't know, moose turds, if they're dried out, they make excellent incense. I know it sounds kind of gross, but it smells like the woods. They smell really good and they burn just like incense. It's it's a little life hack that I learned many a year ago. The words may be pinstripes. Controka deer camp, but the truck is Sherry Faf. Hey Sherry, good to see you. Oh no, stop. Your name sounds a lot like Siri on Max, so it was listening. Even though I have it turned off, for some reason it's listening. Um, Terry, Terry, you're taking off. Well, have a good night to you too, and Merry Christmas to you as well. It's good seeing you. And how many follow? John Smith says, interesting how many followers Vic from north of the border. I know, right? Like it. It's interesting how so Kevin, you're probably listening to right now in the background. You're in the shadows. Kevin Wald, my brother from the north. Uh, it's interesting to see how that border really just cuts off um, our followers. So right now, I'm sitting at like 12% of y'all are from Canada, and the rest, the vast majority, with the exception of like 2% or 3% from Australia. I got a couple folks from Australia, like Big V, and there's a couple other folks from Australia, but for the most part, it's just the United States. And for Kevin, the majority of his followers are from Canada. And I don't understand why that is. Like, if you like truck camping, I don't know, maybe it has to do with the YouTube algorithm where it just kind of isolates you in the state that you live in, or I mean, the country that you live in. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Big V, Border Collie would suit your lifestyle, Vic. Yeah, Border Collies are intense dogs. Border Collies need to have jobs. And I'm kind of lazy. I hate to say it, but the older I get, the more lazy I am. And well, you can see she's a pretty lazy dog too. Um, I got her from breeder um, in Iowa that actually okay go away Siri that actually breeds German shepherds that are of calmer disposition that aren't like working lines because I know who I am. I'm getting old, and like the few times that I feel like I really just want to go crazy and get extreme is when I'm inside of a some sort of motorized equipment. So I unless there's a border collie uh dog that's just chill and just wants to relax and doesn't want to have a job, and if you don't have that job they just want to eat everything you own, then anyway, border collies are awesome though. They're great dogs. Same with cattle dogs. Seems like cattle dogs don't get enough love. RW says, Vic, how do you keep your beard with the white racing stripe straight? I don't know. I don't know. It just grows that way. It's like God, what's that? David Spade, you know that character. He always has the sideburns. He doesn't even shave. He just has them. I guess this is that stripe, that white stripe right there is that's how it goes. That's how it goes. Dirty Bloomer says, have had Ram 3500 with a camper and low side utility service box, put nothing on it other than torque lift, big and tall bump stop, eliminated roll, and dreaded overload spring slap. Yep, exactly. Like on the 3500s, as long as you're not carrying something too heavy, like I would say, um, 3500s, I wouldn't put anything more than a 10-2 Northern Light on it, or maybe a single slide Arctic Fox, but anything beyond that, ugh, it's that's a lot of weight. Even the 10-2s, despite them saying light after Northern, they're not that light. After you put everything that you want in them, they start weighing a lot. Treetop, why don't you have side boxes on your truck? It's oh my gosh. Is it because you use your truck other than camping? Um, so it's funny you mentioned that. I was just speaking to my friend tonight who's an amazing fabricator, and I've been patiently slash impatiently waiting for him to help me make some boxes. Um, and that conversation came up tonight because every time we talk, I bring it up. I did contact Stable Camper and they offered me a slight discount, but even with the discount, the boxes, the upper side boxes are over $3,500, and what it really comes down to right now is I can't really afford it. Um, yeah, money is really tight right now. Uh, the trades, which is my primary occupation, I'm a carpenter, um, and I'm a contractor too. So I own my own business, which makes it even more difficult when things start slowing down because I I don't work for one specific company. I'm I diversify, which is nice. It's liberating. It's I'm not beholden to any specific company. Um, but in times like this, it gets tough. And right now it's really tough. Um, if things were booming like they were about a year ago, back when I, did the modifications to this truck and things were going great, I would have contacted Stable Camper and just gotten their boxes. But right now, to answer your question, it's because money's tight. John Smith, I said to Kevin his explanation of his setup was complicated for me to follow. He said, sorry. Up, up, up. Where are you? Uh, where'd you go? Uh, oh my gosh, where? I Oh no. I hate it when so I'm trying to pay attention to the lives and whenever I move it, it seems like it just goes right to the bottom and now I get lost. Um oh, there we go. Okay. Border collies have such a high activity level at all times. The thing I like about Bernie's is they have low activities indoors and no one I know, right? Bernie dogs are just so they're like this. They're like cats. Just I'm just gonna hang out here and just relax for a while. Um, I do gotta say, I just saw a super chat from oh my gosh. I gotta go down. Gen X Life, you gave me $100. Man, that is thank you so much. That is freaking amazing. Thank you so much. I that that's incredible. Thank you. I'm not expecting that, and I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. That's like That's like 2 videos worth of money right there. Like, wow. Thank you. Uh, um, and yeah, yeah, that's amazing. I appreciate it. Um, anyway, wow, I've never had somebody give me a super chat like that. Like, I am blown away when people give me $1. I don't expect it, and I just do this to hang out with y'all, and that's incredible. Wow. Um, anyway, I um, okay, I'm gonna try to get back into this. RW says, I made a comment on your video about a month ago where you found something that looked like a petrified pine cone kind of thing. I said it was petrified moose pine cone turd. Okay. Hey, Kevin Wald's back. Hey, buddy. We were just talking to you a little while ago. Oh, you actually, I'm so far behind in the chats. You're probably responding now. Shoot, I can't remember what it was about. Um, uh, all the iPhones perk up when someone says my name. It's a thing. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try so hard. It's interesting because I say the H with your name too. Um, and for some reason, the darn iPhones are always listening. Um, oh, Nunya, when did you get in here, Nunya? It's good to see you. Um, Big V says, "Why am I not a subscriber of yours, Kevin? I better fix that ASAP." Yeah, Big V, you better fix that. He puts out great content. And the only thing that I ever find myself wanting to compete with Kevin, because well, we all know my coffee is amazing. But aside from that, that's all personal choice. Um, I'm trying my hardest to go to the most beautiful places in Montana, and it's a losing battle because BC and Western Alberta, oh my gosh, just it is it is it's hard. I have a significant or I need a significant handicap to be able to compete with BC and Alberta. RW, if you don't mind me asking, Vic, how old are you? I turned 40 back in October. Um, I'm not holding my age all that well. Uh, I've kind of been burning the candle at both ends for the majority of my life. Um, Vicarious says I just celebrated my 58th, right? Like if I look like this at 58, oh man, I'd be doing great. um Jim McG- McGoy, McGoy. Um always been a Labrador owner. My skipper is half Doberman and lab, very short hair, nothing like the other labs I've owned. Yeah, labs are good dogs. I love English lines. The like huge blocky heads. I think that's like the best looking lab out there. um, Australia. Vic has been a silver member of AARP for at least 23 years. He got a discount on his jitterbug through them. I got my life alert right under here too. I don't like to show it off too much. It's like senior citizen bling. Help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Boop. uh, let's see here. Dirty Bloomer said, "Yeah, kept the 3500 dually delete camper light. Turbo turns that thing into serious crawling thing. Takes serious effort to get a light. Turbo diesel the lug, install, even avoid tire spin to stall." Dirty Bloomers, is your truck got the G56 or a manual transmission? Gosh, I miss my manual. Does anybody else wish that they still made manual transmission trucks? I mean, I know it's more work, but man, my last truck, I miss that truck. I've actually been thinking about um, selling this truck and going back to a fourth gen 5500, um, and then doing the same thing, super singling out and all that because it's awesome. You get a lot more attention though. But yeah, I miss my manual transmission. It's I guess I'm just old timey like that. What can I say? I'm really loving how Gen X life you're getting all the appreciation that from everybody in the chat. That was awesome. Well, thank you, RW. That's that's awesome, and Julianne too. Thank you very much. Um, Nunya says you need to back up the chat a bit. Oh, I would love to, but it seems like every time I try to back up and go back and try to figure out what somebody was saying, it just scrolls to the bottom and I can't find it. And then I spend the next 3 minutes doing what have been doing for a lot of this chat is trying to figure out what did you say? Like Nunya? Clay, instant coffee, and there it goes. There it goes again. It just scrolled down. Oh my gosh. Um, all right, let me scroll down really quick. Poor Kevin for VRV. Thank you, Mimi. Um, Sue says, I'm the same age as my oldest son. Makes me feel so young. um, Mike's thanks for doing a live. I got to go to bed. Thanks a lot, Mike. Thank you for swinging by. Appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Um, I'm sending Vic. Oh, ah, oh, who said that? RW. I'm sending Vic some Depends and Geritol for Christmas. Don't forget the fiber. Nothing starts a day. Oh my gosh, this actually reminds me of something. So, I apologize if this is a little bit like inappropriate, but come on, we're all adults here. So there's a company uh, that owns all these dump trucks, and I was driving through this town one time, and on the back of their dump truck, in huge sign, or I mean a huge sticker, the entire size of this dump truck, it says, uh, what is it? What did it say? Okay, let me think about this for a second. It said something along the lines of there's no better way to start the day than a big dump. I'm like, I can't believe that they actually put that on the back of a dump truck. But also, that actually makes sense. On the back of a dump truck, yeah, sure. Hopefully, I didn't lose anybody. Like, oh, he's talking about pooping. uh, Scrollock, does he have life insurance policy from Colonial Penn yet? I don't even know what that means. Janet, I'm 68 and husband is about to be 75 in February. Heck yeah, kicking butt. I hope everything's going well. Are y'all down in Arizona? Big V, oh lordy, you have such a cute baby face. I want to squeeze your face. I don't know why. Um I do I'm actually kind of glad. Like I I don't do anything. It's not like I'm wearing cucumbers over my eyes. I do have the bags. I don't get much sleep. I think that's probably what the cause of that is. But yeah, I guess I'm pretty lucky to have pretty good skin. And it doesn't just stop there. It goes all the way up here too. Isn't that nice? Except right here. This is this is the this is my youth just still trying to hold on. Maybe I'll part it. Huh? Not bad, huh? RW, I miss driving sticks, right? Oh, yeah, here we go. Look at all the manual comments. Thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone. I Ram was the last of the big three to hold on to the manual transmissions, and we need to start a petition. We need to bring back the manual transmissions. Clay says the same thing. 69 Bronco 3 on the tree. I never actually got to drive a 3 on the tree. Hopefully someday. Someday I'll be able to drive a 3 on the tree. Landor, gotta go. Poor computer, not fast enough to watch this video and render my poor video at the same time. I was gonna be done at 9. Now it says 11. Enjoyed the live. Landor, you got a channel? I didn't even know. But well, thanks for tuning in. And I know the struggle about rendering. Up, and there it goes. Kevin Wald, 05 Ram 3500 single rear wheel, silver or gray is what I'm looking for. Kevin, well, you need to get a dually. Actually, that's what you should do. But everything else, I agree. Man, we got to bring back the manuals. Gen X Live. Merry Christmas, YouTube family. Merry Christmas to you, Gen X Live. Dirty Bloomers. Message retracted. Uh-oh. What did you say? Dirty Bloomers. Dirty bird. Sue makes me feel so old. LOL. I didn't bring it up. I'm sorry. Somebody else did. Spikers wanted manual, but that meant sacrificing power, so decision made. Well, the interesting thing about it kind of depends. So my last truck, it was a 2017 Ram 3500, and they derated it to I think 360 horsepower and like 760 foot-pounds of torque. My new truck, this truck right here, has about the same numbers. I think what's happening, especially with diesels, is there's an arms race for power, when in reality 99% of us don't actually need the power that the HO Power Stroke is putting out, whatever it is, 1,200 foot-pounds of torque and 500 diesel horsepower. It's not necessary. It's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love power and I like going fast, but as far as like from living this lifestyle, and as long as you're not towing 35,000 pounds 24/7, that's not even necessary. And also consider the fact that the class 5 trucks, um at least the Rams, I think the Power Strokes, they've bumped up their numbers where almost everything's HO now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason why the class 5, the 5500 Ram, they derated their Cummins down to whatever it is, 360 horsepower instead of the 425 horsepower that you know the same trucks have, is because of longevity. And it makes sense. Like, if you're going to be running something at 100% power or 100% workload all the time 24/7, it's not necessary to have all that power, because with power, or with pushing that much horsepower, is is going to degrade the lifespan of the truck over time. So that's something else to consider. You know, I don't know. Sorry, tangent. Squirrel. uh, RW says Metamucil on the way. Thank you. But our dirty bloomers. Another message retracted from Dirty Bloomers. What's going on, Dirty Bloomers? um, I almost said your name. Shh. Faf, art, paintbrushed. Can you do a camper build out? Can you do a camper build out a cargo van? Come to Canada, I'll give you a little job. I don't have a passport. I need to get one. Oh man, I need to get one. Um, let's do funny. RW's cracking me up. I just had to learn how to keep a lighter go foot than gassers had brainwashed me into thinking was needed. Wheel spin, go poof. Look at my face. I'm so fuzzy. We are in Utah. Janet's in Utah. What part of Utah are you from, Janet? I'll get to you in like 17 minutes when I get to the bottom of the text thread. Sorry. RW says gonna get you a bowling ball polishing kit for your head. I'll send it over with a walker and cane. I did just polish it earlier today. I guess it's kind of coming off a little bit. 3 on the tree, International Harvester alumni here. There you go. Wendy says I can French braid your brohawk. What? You can French braid? What is a brohawk? This is what do they call it? Some people actually do it where, you got your traditional mohawk, but then you do a inverse of it. So you just have a bald patch here, which I feel is kind of cultural appropriation to anybody that has a hairline like me. I'm offended. Sue, have a great night. Good night to you and Merry Christmas as well. I love to shift it myself. Exactly. Just playing with the power this platform gives me. Brouhaha. Dirty Bloomers, are you the one with the 3500 dually? Did you ask for the advice earlier on the suspension? Sorry, I'm trying to remember who that was. Just trying to figure out what truck you're driving. Scrollock, that's for Scrollock. RW says I'm fat, so I need all the horsepower I can get so I can keep up with everybody else. Yeah, I understand. I totally understand that. That's why I drive Skidoos and Can-Ams. Travis Crawford says the only problem with the dually truck is that it takes a country mile to turn around. Well, that is kind of true, but also if you get yourself into a class 4 or class 5 truck, they've got the wide track front axle, and this truck has the turning radius of like a half-ton truck short bed. It is insane. The tires, the wheels turn so sharp that I thought that my truck was broken the first time I ever looked at it, because it's amazing. And this truck was a dually in the beginning, so I don't know, something to keep in mind. Dirty says, dude, I think the diesel arms race is showing signs of exhaustion. No, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I think Ram finally gave up as far as that goes, because trying to be able to pull out the horsepower and torque numbers from inline 6 versus a V platform. I'm not an engineer, but it's always been a losing race. That, and it really comes down to reliability. Like, realistically, if you're towing or if you're hauling a truck camper, you really don't need 1,100 foot-pounds of torque. It's just a preposterous amount of power, and you really lose out on reliability after you start pushing those numbers. Kevin says with power comes great responsibility. Exactly. uh Dirty says, "Oh yes, keeping tires close to OEM size was key. That does help. The amount of mechanical advantage I lost from going from a 33 to a 42 is insane. This thing is, it feels like it's only got 150 horsepower. Uh, climbing up mountain passes, I used to be able to just, I could feel the truck would just fully loaded the same platform that I have, 24,000 pounds going up the pass that takes you to Moab, um, past Spanish Fork, south of Salt Lake City. It's a big pass and it's very long. And I could just casually cruise up at 67 miles an hour. Whereas now, um, I got to do 50 to 55. Cream, seasoning, scalding, power dish bowl, Kevin, AMC Rebel 3, Figu. I figure that's what it translated to. Say my name. Say it. I can't. I'm not going to do it. She's listening. She's always listening. She's over here. I'm not gonna say it. I'll say Faf. Faf Art Paintbrushed. There's your name. uh oh, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. That darn chat just flying. I don't understand how people that have massive channels. I don't know if you've ever seen live streams of, channels like Truck House Life with Timmy. That that live stream just go like there's no chance of catching anything that anybody says. So I'm glad that just there's just a few of us in here because I could barely keep up. Um, the beard says none yet. Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. This actually could look kind of cool. French braided. It's actually gotten to the point. So when I eat food, I actually do this now, where I tuck it in like this because it just I get so much stuff on it all the time, and the mustache is just a disaster all the time. I With great beard comes great responsibility. um, Richard says, "How's the stew doing?" It's doing good. I just turned off. Well, I turned off the heat like half an hour ago. I'm gonna have to turn it on really quick. Because it was simmering a little bit too hot since it's not in a crock pot and it's on a range. It's just the heat is just isolated to that one little spot on the bottom. But I think it's doing good. Um, 2018 when I ordered my Ram, I bought it then to pull a 42-foot fifth wheel. Holy cow! So I wanted all the power I could get. Yeah, times have changed already on these trucks. Um, that one just rolled by St. George. St. George? We talking about San Hollow? I love St. George. I love Utah in general. It's a cool state, and almost all the people are really nice. They don't like beer though. They don't like alcohol. Them Mormons got that stuff locked down. Kevin Camp says 01 Ram 59 Cummins manual 456 rear end. Nice. Yeah, exactly. That's with those gear ratios, and you keep those tires close to stock. That's got all the power you need. RW says, just do what I do. I'll let your ear hair and eyebrows grow real long and then comb them over the bald spot. just, it's just up, up and over from the ears too. Nice. Oh shoot, that's a hilarious visual. uh that's amazing that I've invested that much time into a comment literal had me laughing out louding Oh my gosh, I already forgot what it was. Dirty says on single rear wheel turbo dually delete option, and I already forget the next three words. Oh yeah, sorry. Pardon me. Um yes. Okay. Yep, that was the same truck that I was thinking of. Cynthia, hey from Tennessee. Well, hey there from Tennessee. Oh my gosh, I love Tennessee. I want to go back there. So beautiful. There's a really cool part about Tennessee, or a cool place that I visited in Tennessee. It's in the Daniel Boone State Forest. So it's kind of like um, northern, closer to the east than it is central. And pardon, they have this old, um, what do they call it? It's like a homestead, but everything is off grid and it's like an all inclusive stay. So you can stay there for like 2 or 3 days. I split it with a friend of mine who I traveled with down there, and wow, what a cool experience. Like I went there and they fed us breakfast and dinner, and it was all scratch made, just delicious food. Everything's over candlelight and wonderful people. If any of y'all are in Tennessee and you want a really cool experience, I don't know the name of it, but it's in the Daniel Boone State Park. Pretty affordable, realistically, and yeah, such a cool experience. Uh, RW, while we're at it, let's get rid of death. Yeah, tell me about it. I've been wanting to do a weight loss program on this truck since I bought it. The only thing that was holding me back was the warranty, but experiencing what I've experienced with warranty uh, resolutions or warranty work, I don't even see a point. Like, if there's anything that went out catastrophically on this truck that had to have that was covered under warranty, which, by the way, it's just like insurance companies. If anything bad happens on this truck, I feel like the the dealerships are going to try to do everything that they can to keep you from getting that warranty. Oh, your hydraulic roller lifters went out in your Ram Cummins, which is a very common problem with this new Cummins design. Oh well, it's not covered under warranty because you have larger tires than stock, so it's not covered under warranty. They're always going to try to find a reason, and in the very near future, I am going to have a video on certain other things in my channel that I'm also dealing with, and it has to do with something that I'm completely surrounded by right now. If you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and give them a chance to um, fix their issues and try to realize that it's not my fault, or at least find a reasonable resolution. I'm not going to get into it more than that. Sorry. Sorry. Frustrated. um, let's see here. Janet says we also have property by Bryce Canyon. Nice. Oh my gosh. I've been to Bryce Canyon once. It is absolutely beautiful. Always opt for the cab and chassis. Nowadays I agree 100%. Uh Nunya says you need to re-gear for those tires now. You know what the interesting thing is that this truck has 488s in it. I'm not going to nerd out for too long, so bear with me. So it has 488s now, and with the 42s, I'm actually sitting at like 407 gear ratios, which is not bad. It's just the problem is um, this truck is a derated Cummins, so it's not like the mechanical advantage that I had from the 488s and the derated Cummins. Now I've lost that, so now I need to go on weight loss program, let's just say. Um, Jeffrey, hey Vic, thanks for sharing your adventures. Merry Christmas and a New Year. Thank you too. Thanks to you as well. Appreciate it. I'm happy to be able to share this experience. Dirty Bloomer says OEM tire sizes feel like the diesel could drag the truck out of hell itself if just one contact patch grabs. I know, right? Exactly. Especially if you got like 410s or better. Um, yeah, 100%. Uh, you actually say my last name correctly. Oppressive. 2901 LT Dan. Well, howdy. Howdy to you. You got a saxophone in your thumbnail there. A saxophone. One of the best. Hi, Lieutenant Dan. Oh, Lieutenant Dan. Okay. Mine's the same way. Clay says there's a guy that does competitive eating, and his channel is called Beard Meets Food, and his beard gets so disgusting. Ugh. Nah, that's kind of gross. Uh, Bye, eyes are boycotting me. Well, good seeing you again, Nunya. Appreciate you stopping in again. Um, Scrollock asks, what would you even regear to, or that to? Like, if I could get some free gears, um, the 488s are pretty great. When I'm cruising along at 65 to 70, the engine's right at about the right RPM range where you've got the maximum horsepower and torque ratio. Um, so I don't know. I actually like the gearing that it's at. But if I could and I got some free ones, like if they made 530s or so, I think that'd be a little bit better. Dirty Bloomer says, of course, I'm talking about a world populated with hot rocks and not semi frozen mushy mud. Scrollock, I bet it's already 410, getting late. Mimi, oh, Mimi, whoa, I lost you. Oh my gosh. Oh, there we go. Mimi, getting late in the East Coast. Joy, you, Noel, happy holidays to you all. Happy holidays to you as well. Um, you must be from Quebec, eh? I don't know what Joyo means. Joyo Noel means, but that sounds French. That looks French. So, yes, stand by. Um, Tennessee, they have beautiful dancing horses. Are those the horses that like step unusually? Mm, I don't know what that is. Uh, Dirty Bloomer says, you have the making of a toupee on your chin already. Love it when the stuff we carry around serves more than one purpose. Yeah, I'm hoping to get it long enough so that I can bring it up and around. And then I'll have a full head of hair again. Julianne says, Merry Christmas, everyone. Off to bed. Always a joy, Vic. Thank you. Thank you for swinging by, Julianne. It's so nice to see all y'all again. This has been great. Um, I'm holy cow, I'm at 208 already. I'm gonna be probably closing it down pretty soon. Um, that beef stew smells amazing, and also I need to turn it off. Ugh, I don't want to burn the bottom of it again. Uh, whew, holy cow. Scrollock says, I worry about the delete because all it takes is passing through the wrong state and one wrong highway patrol. You're impounded and need like 50K to get your truck back. I don't think that that's actually true. I I think that that is actually beyond their uh, abilities to be able to, you know, hold you back from being able to just continue on with your life if it's registered in an area that doesn't have emission standards. But I'm not sure. There might be somebody out here who um, might know better. Um, Dirty Bloomer says for sure leaving a video trail has its risks when on warranty. I suppose in a world of AI snoopers, grim stuff. Sorry. Yeah, if we're talking about the whole weight loss program, that there have been other YouTubers that are, way bigger than me, or way bigger than I'll ever be as well, and they've gotten busted. And yeah, it is of concern. Like, but yeah, there's there's a it's a tricky situation because for someone like me or someone like Kevin, who's up there in Canada and full time in, if he has a truck that has the emissions like DEF and everything, that stuff can freeze. And that puts you in a limp mode, which can be life threatening. So that's also another thing that I look at as far as that goes. Like it can be very dangerous to keep that stuff on. Um 2901 says test. What rank did your dad retire at? My dad retired at a lieutenant in the old highway patrol. RW says hi, and I'm not going to say it. If you're trying to trick me, I'm not going to say that word because she's listening. She's always listening. It's Carrie Lay, but there's no way you would know that from my handle. Carrie Lay? Okay, I'm lost. Do I know you, Carrie? Hmm. I know one Carrie. She was my neighbor. Um, Angie Agnew says good night from Ange and Sugar. Oh, I know y'all. Good night. I'm glad you. How long have you been here? I probably just missed. You probably already tuned out. Dang it. Well. Oh well. It's good to see you. Dirty Bloomer, scroll. Um, IRS, federal law though. IRS is not EPA though. Um, DEF is a federal law. Yes, vicarious. DEF is, well, any emission standards that are regulated by the EPA. Ugh, um, are maybe I don't know. I guess it's federal law. Dirty Bloomer says, good night, pet the dog for me. I will. She's down on the floor right now. I guess she got tired of up on the bed. Um, Richard says, gotta go. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good night and Happy New Year and Merry Christmas to you too. Um, Merry Christmas to you, Vic. Find your way home. To those nieces and nephews, soon be that guy. I know. I feel so bad. I want to be the funkle. Oh, it sucks that they're like 1,000 miles away from me. I wish I could just. I want to go there right now. I miss them, and I kind of need it for my soul right now. I need to hang out with my family. Scroll log. People have had their trucks impounded. It's real. It's not like violating state tint laws. They will charge you with a federal crime in their state. Well, risk versus reward, I guess. 70 Daniels, Merry Christmas, Vic. Your channel has been a good find. Thank you, RBR. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. And I'm glad you found me. Scroll log, but is really just running into a very bad, unlucky situation. Yeah, there can be most 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 cops, I would say, generally speaking, especially highway patrol, aren't necessarily hunting for something like that. You gotta really mess up, or that highway patrolman has to have a real stick up his butt to do something like that. or you did something really dumb, like you were a real beehole to them. Or they're just New Jersey State Patrol. I've heard bad things. Stephanie, Merry Christmas, Vic. Your channel has been. Oh, sorry. I already read that. Well, thanks again. um, if I break federal law in another state, I can be charged no matter where I live, you know. Yeah, that's true. That's the downside of federal laws. Well, I mean, not downside. There are some federal laws that are there for a reason. Um, what kind of instrument does dad play, you old tuba guy? My dad plays a saxophone. No kidding. My dad was MHP for 27 years, graduated in 61 from patrol school. Dang. Scrollock says, yeah, most cops delete their own diesels. Yeah, I don't blame them. What's the old saying? I think it was Thomas Jefferson who said, dissent is the purest form of patriotism. And I couldn't think of a better thing than that. I mean, yeah, I'm not going to get into that too much. I just have very hard lines in the sand, and one of them has to do with EPA emissions. Scrollock says, I have veteran plates for a reason. Cop told me I would have to be driving on a curb running over fences before he would pull me over. Nice. I can't rock veteran plates. I've had a bunch of people that thought that I was a veteran for some reason, and I don't know why that is. I even had a guy, I was down in Utah at a bar, and he uh he thought I was special forces. And I'm like, no, why would you even think that? Like, because I have a beard? um Wendy says he passed in December of 21. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I sense you have been feeling a bit down from some previous videos, and I can't pretend to know how much work being a YouTuber takes, but I do really enjoy your channel, your personality, and sharing. Yeah, my most recent videos, I haven't necessarily been myself. It's been pretty damn tough. Um, I don't want to disclose too much on the social medias, but yeah, it's the trades have been taking a hit, at least where I live, and finding work to sustain my life has been tricky. Let's just say that. Shh, Faf, art paintbrushed. Uh, thank you. It's good seeing you again too. Um, you know what? It's been 2:18. I think I've hit a record now. I think the last live stream that I did was like 2 minute or 2 hours and 15 minutes. And I'm gonna be hitting 2 hours and 20 minutes here pretty soon. So I think that might be a new record. And someday I might get up to like 3 hours long, but I want to take my sweet time getting there. So yeah, I have some delicious stew waiting for me. And I also have a bunch of editing to do tonight too. So I can get you all out a video on Sunday. So I think it's time to close this one down. I'll wait around for a couple minutes to say goodbye to everybody. And Angie, you're still here. So good to see you still. Um, that reminds me, I need to call my friend from the Northwest Montana. I haven't spoken to her in a long time. I miss my friend from the Northwest. um Yeah, thank yeah. Anyway, um, Merry Christmas to you too, Lieutenant Dan. Um, Scrollock says I just got out of a ticket in Idaho this summer, 80 in a 55 construction zone. Slow down. I said sorry, I didn't see it. You're completely right. She let me go. That's pretty awesome. You know, I you know, there is something to be said. I'm not a cop, I never was, but I do know a lot of cops, and for you to just realize, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I looked down at my speedometer. Yep, I was going too fast. I'm an idiot. Sorry." Um, a lot of the times, they're just humans too. They're like, "Yep, I've been there. Here's a warning," or sometimes not, but it is what it is. Um Confident companion says, "I thought you were a Marine." It's exactly, like, I don't understand why people think I'm military. Like, I do a big part of me wishes I did, join the service. I think a lot of aspects in life that I'm lacking as far as discipline goes and order, um, that could have gotten beaten into me. Um, so, yeah, and also to be able to serve my country, that's huge. I do wish that I could have done it, but it's not too late. I'm only 40, and there could be a world war just right around the corner. Who knows? um, Wasabi says, "Hi Vic, I'm a big fan." Well, thanks for joining in. I know your handle name too. I've seen you before. It's good to see you. Unfortunately, you caught me at the tail end. I'm about to take off here in a few minutes. Um, RW. Okay, you said that to Scrollock. You said Semper Fi, brother. I'm like, uh, uh McChristy, I just saw this. I missed the live stream. At least I can say goodnight. Yeah, sorry. It's super tricky with YouTube, like as far as live streams go, I didn't really give anybody notification. I only thought about doing a live stream an hour before I did it. But even when I give people a day advantage or a day's notice, like it doesn't get put out there. Um, so oh well. I'm glad you showed up at the end. I appreciate y'all. Um, Stormbug, thank you. Uh, Scrollux is if there's a world war, we're getting drafted for garbage duty. We aren't running with rifles, dude. Hey, maybe they'll re-prescribe Pervitin. Look it up. Get some Pervitin, get some testosterone, and we're good to go. We can storm the beaches. Janet Hall, have a great night, Vic. We really enjoyed the chat. So much fun here to the end. Thank you so much for sitting through sitting through this whole thing. And thank you, Confident Companions and Wild Sun Crocheter. Thank you. Happy New Year to you too. Scrollock ski for 200 miles. That was the Finn. That was a Finnish guy. But oh, well, same concept. Yeah, he took a bunch of Pervitin. I guess yeah. Well, Pervitin was a German uh enhancement. This for days. He took an entire platoon's worth of Pervitin. For those who aren't in the know, Pervitin is pharmaceutical grade methamphetamine that they gave to the German soldiers back in World War II. And it worked great for a little while. And there was a amazing, not amazing, but there was a soldier, a Finnish soldier, who took like an amount of Pervitin that was prescribed for an entire platoon of people. Um, I don't necessarily think he did it on purpose, but look it up. It is an amazing story. In fact, um, I think if you look up the Fat Electrician, he's a great YouTuber. He's one of my favorite YouTubers out there. Is a storyteller about military history. Um, he probably has a great story on it. I'm sure he does. Look it up. It's an insane story. um, but yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm dragging out. I hate goodbyes. Um, but yeah, thanks all. Um, thanks all for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one. Which I'll try to do. I'll try to do one of these lives once every 2 weeks or so, because it's fun, and I'm glad I get to kind of converse with you guys in a this method. Um, so yeah, take care. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. Bye. Good night, everybody.